Good morning everyone. Today we will discuss remaining part of chapter number 5, soil resources in India. In previous topic we have discussed regarding soil formation, soil conservation and soil erosion. In this part we will discuss classification of soil and every soil's origin, characteristics, color, texture and composition, fertility, suitability for crop and area and state where the soil lies. Now we start from the classification of soil. Now according to the Indian Council of Agricultural Research Institute set up an all India soil survey committee in 1953 which classified the Indian soil in 4 categories. One is the alluvial soil, second one is the black soil, third one is the red soil and last one is the laterite soil. So these are the 4 major group of soil which prevails over the India. Now we will start from the first soil, that is known as the alluvial soil. Now when we talk about the alluvial soil, it means that alluvium which is brought by river from its upper course, then toward the middle course, then toward the lower course. This soil is often known as the transported soil, or it's also known as the river soil, because sediments are eroded from the upper area, then carried toward the middle area and at last still carried toward the lower areas or toward the delta areas. Now alluvial soil cover 15 lakh square kilometer. Alluvial soil cover 15 lakh square kilometer area of India, which comprises 45.6% of total land area of India. Now alluvial soil that often is very fertile and one of the most widespread soil all over the India. It is that important soil which is spreaded almost maximum part of India. One of the major soil group soil is the alluvial soil. Now when we talk about the characteristics of alluvial soil is known as the ex-situ soil. Alluvial soil is known as the transported soil because sediments are carried from the upper areas toward the lower areas. Now alluvial soil, when we talk about the color of alluvial soil is from the light grey to dark, and it is depend on the old alluvium or the new alluvium. Alluvial soil is very rich in potash. Alluvial soil is very rich in lower Ganga Valley areas in humus, but alluvial soil deficient in nitrogen and phosphorus. Now these are the 2 elements where the alluvial soil is lacking behind. Now when we talk about the fertility of the alluvial soil, though the texture of the alluvial soil varies, but it is often very fertile as a whole. Alluvial soil supports the kharif crop, alluvial soil supports the rabi crop, alluvial soil supports a huge population of India. Alluvial soil supports that maximum share of Indian agriculture product. Now next, when we talk about the suitability of alluvial soil, now alluvial soil is suitable for varieties of crop. Alluvial soil is suitable for rice, for wheat, for cotton, for sugarcane, for that different crops, and very often that one suitable for jute cultivation which occurs over the areas of West Bengal. West Bengal is known for the jute production, and this jute production in this West Bengal is there because of this alluvial soil in delta area, abundance of alluvial soil over that area. When you talk about the area and state in northern India, that riverine areas of Satluj, Ganga and Brahmaputra, it comprises with the alluvial soil. When we talk about the states are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and parts of Assam. These are the area where the alluvial soil is widespread. When we talk about the alluvial soil in southern India, alluvial soil prevails toward the coastal strips or Deccan coastal strips or delta areas of Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, or over the areas of Narmada and Tapi. When we discuss regarding the type of alluvial soil, one is called the Khadar and one is called the Bangar. Now what is the difference between Khadar and Bangar? This question arises many times in previous board questions. They have asked regarding that, what is the difference, or write the difference between the Khadar and Bangar. Now both are alluvial soil, but they differ from each other. How they differ from each other? Khadar soil, if you take the Khadar soil, Khadar, this consists as a newer alluvium. Bangar soil, this consists of the older alluvium. Khadar, that one, this contain the fine silt and sand. This contain the pebble, gravels and conker. Now, when we talk about the Khadar soil prevails near to the river bank areas or over the areas of flooded river plains areas. Where the Bangar soil is prevails over the areas of 30 meter above from the flooded plain. Now, when we talk about the northern alluvial soil and the southern alluvial soil, second most important question regarding alluvial soil is the why that alluvial soil of northern plain differ from the southern alluvial soil. So northern alluvial soil quite differ from the southern alluvial soil. What is the difference behind that? Both are alluvial soil, but they creates the difference. Now how they create the difference? So alluvial soil is in northern India is pale brown in color, but alluvial soil in southern India is dark in color, non-porous and clay. Alluvial soil of North India comprises the area or that one areas of riverine areas of Ganga, Brahmaputra and Satluj, and areas of that one alluvial soil which prevails over the area of delta area. They are black in color because this that alluvial which is brought by the river, and this alluvial they are bringing from that areas of black soil area. Now because of that one it differs. Now alluvial soil of north is very important for the wheat, supports the wheat production, and alluvial soil of southern India supports the rice production, because rice need a maximum amount of moisture, excess water, and because of the quality that have the alluvial soil in the Deccan areas or Deccan coastal areas or delta areas, they having the quality for that one to retain the moisture. Now next one. Now we are heading toward the black soil. Now what is the quality of black soil? What is the characteristics of black soil? Origin of black soil, fertility of black soil, color, texture and composition of black soil, and area and so on. So start from the black soil. Now black soil is also known as the rigor soil. Rigor, R-E-G-U-R. Rigor soil. It derived from the Telugu word riguda. It often known as the black cotton soil. Now it's known as black cotton soil because this soil supports the cotton crop very much, or you can say that this soil is very suitable for the production of cotton over these areas. So that's why it is called the black cotton soil. It is often known as the residual soil. It is often known as the setu soil. Now why the residual? Why residual soil or why setu soil? Because this soil is found where it is formed. This soil is found where it is formed. It means its weathering place, this soil prevails over that area. So that's why it is known as the setu or the residual soil. Now when we talk about the black soil, origin of black soil, a million years passed over the areas of Deccan Trap areas, lava eruption or volcanic activity occurred, and after that one lava submitted over the parts of Deccan Plateau, and after that next weathering occurs, then again and again a year passes, and that because of the weathering that area will have that black soil over those areas. Okay, now next we will discuss about the that characteristics of black soil. Now black soil retain moisture. One of the important characteristics of black soil retain moisture. It is having the retentivity of moisture. It having a capacity to retain the moisture for a long period of time, and this retentivity quality of this soil is very important and benefited for varieties of crop, because this soil releases moisture in the dry season when the crops needed, like in lava tracts of Maharashtra where irrigation is very difficult. This soil is gives the benefit to different kinds of crops over that area. Now when we talk about that color of that black soil varies in color from dark deep black to chestnut brown or light black, or somewhere mix of red and black. Somewhere it's a mix of red and black, and black color can be observed by the black crystalline chest and the basic genesis. Black soil is almost that finer, but it carries the 60% of the silt. Now black soil is deficient in nitrogen, humus and potash, but black soil is very rich in iron, magnesium, lime, carbonate, calcium, magnesium, like this one. So these are very essential part of that black soil. Now when we talk about the suitability for crop, now suitability, when we talk about the suitability, black soil is very suitable for different kinds of crop like rice, wheat, cotton, sugarcane, oil seeds, sunflower, safflower, millet crops, jowar, bajra, ragi, vegetable, Virginia tobacco, and fruits and vegetables, and so on. So black soil suited over different kind of crops. Now when we talk about the area and estates, now when we talk about area, black soil prevails over the areas of Deccan Plateau, and this is the area of origin of black soil, where black soil prevails maximum parts of Deccan Plateau. Okay, next one. When we discuss about the states where the black soil prevails, see the states: Maharashtra, Gujarat, parts of that one, western parts of Madhya Pradesh, few parts of Karnataka, few parts of Andhra Pradesh, few parts of Telangana, and few parts of near to the Odisha, west of Odisha. So these are the area where the black soil prevails in abundance. Now next one, we are heading toward the next soil, that is the red soil. Now red soil is known as red soil, or called red soil, because of the very high iron content. A very high iron content in there is red soil, and it seems to look very dark, deep red. That's why it is known as the red soil. Now red soil origin, when we talk about the origin of the red soil originated from the weathering in the crystalline, ancient crystalline metamorphic rocks, and the parent rocks which are responsible for this red soil, or where the weathering occurs, that is basic or acidic granite and basic genesis. So these are the rocks where the weathering take place, and it converted into the red soil. When we talk about the color, texture and composition, of the red soil is dark red in color because of the iron content. Red soil is very variable and porous in nature. Red soil cover near about 3.5 lakh square kilometer of India, which comprises near about 10.6% area of that India. Now red soil is deficient in lime, magnesia, the nitrogen, humus. These are the things where the red soil is lacking. Now red soil is very rich in potash, and it is very suitable if it undergoes application of fertilizer or manuring or irrigation. It means ki if there is a support, of irrigation and fertilizers, it can give you the better output. So red soil can give the varieties, can support a varieties of crop suitability, like tobacco, like wheat, like rice, like pulses, like different type of oil seeds. It supports. Now when we talk about the areas of red soil in the northern India and the area of red soil in the southern India, see the areas of red soil in the northern India. Now Bihar, West Bengal, okay, then areas of northeastern states, 7 sister states, the areas of Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, then parts of lower parts of Arunachal. These are the area where the red soil prevails in abundance. Okay, now we will discuss at last the laterite soil. Now the word laterite is derived from the Latin word which means a brick. Later on I will tell you why it's called a brick. It's derived from the Latin word which is known as a brick. Now laterite soil, for origin of the laterite soil. Now laterite soil form due to the under circumstances or conditions of high temperature and high rainfall with the alternate of wet and dry season, with the alternate of wet and dry time season. So and this kind of that condition prevails mainly in the time of monsoon season. Okay, so and red soil cover near about 2.4 lakh square kilometer of India. Let's discuss about that characteristics. Laterite soil's characteristics are laterite soil's characteristics. First most important characteristics is of laterite soil. In laterite soil, leaching is often very common. Now what is leaching? When the upper top layer of soil is eroded in the heavy rainfall which contain the silica, this process is known as the leaching. Second important thing regarding characteristics of laterite soil is very valuable, very important, very valuable in the term of building material. Why? Because when this soil is exposed to the air, this soil is become too much harder, just like a iron. Now features of red soil, now red soil is red in color because of the iron content. Red soil is almost coarset, but it is variable in nature. Red soil is very rich in iron, but red soil is very deficient in that lime, magnesium, phosphoric acid, nitrogen, humus. But again it can support a varieties of crop if it is goes toward under the manuring or irrigation. Now when we talk about the suitability of the red soil, how red soil is suitable for the different crop, among this all four that soil, red soil differ in suitability for the crop. Like it means ki red soil is very suitable for plantation crop. Basically it is very suitable for plantation crop, plantation of coffee, plantation of rubber, plantation of tea, plantation of coconut. So different type of plantation crop is support. It supports the grazing grounds also, or it supports the grazing grounds also, it supports the shrub forest also, and varieties of crop, but irrigation and manuring is needed among almost in all soil. Maybe it's a alluvial soil, maybe it's a black soil, maybe it's a red soil, maybe it's a laterite soil. In all soil, 2-3 points are very common regarding the crops and regarding the need to that one improve the fertility of the soil. One is the proper uses of manure, and second one is the proper use of irrigation system. So irrigation system or manuring, if we are using properly, any soil, maybe alluvial till laterite soil, any soil, they can give the better output from the same field. Because we are not doing the agriculture from the 10 years or from the 100 years, we are doing agriculture from hundreds to thousands years. So fertility reduces according to the changing of time. So it can improve the fertility. When we talk about the laterite soil, that area and states. Now when we talk about the area states, laterite soil prevails over the areas of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, lower parts of Maharashtra, then Odisha, then that Jharkhand. These are the area where the laterite soil is there in abundance. Now it is almost end of the chapter, so let revise the chapter again. Chapter started from that one formation of soil, different process, different factors by which the soil formation take place. Then soil erosion, different soil erosion, maybe splash erosion, maybe gully erosion, maybe rills, maybe different kind of erosion, different factors of erosion, maybe human being, maybe other factors are there, natural or man-made. Now then conservation of soil. Now conservation of different methods of conservation of soil, maybe terrace farming, maybe afforestation, reforestation, shelter belts, plantation, more and more trees, and so many factors are there by which we can make the soil conservation. Then discuss regarding classification of soil, that alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, and laterite soil, and every soil's origin, characteristics, color, texture, composition, fertility, suitability, and area and straits. This much for today. We will meet in our next video. Thank you.